can't have these this deficit of 15 minutes again.
So pressure on AY.
Pressure on AOI in a sense, but I think this time in a way maybe also a bit pressure off because they can just play standings and take it a bit easier maybe. We'll see how it goes. Okay, predictions are in. Team with most Roshan kills. I think LFY are going to win the game and that they're the stronger team, so I think they're also going to get Roche. Last player to be killed. That is the player who dies last, not in the game, but the first player to get, last player to get his first death of the game.
Yes.
I think the Death Prophet will possibly not even die this game. That could happen.
But he is going to be a target that's going to get ganked.
He is. Yeah, it's actually pretty difficult to pick this.
Monkey? No, he's very squishy.
It's Kara Monkey King. I'm okay. Let's do Monkey King. That sounds cool. First blood, 0 to 3 minutes. I'm down with that. I think when there's an Enchantress in the game like this and an Earth Spirit, there's going to be a quick kill.
Yeah.
Team with first barracks, LFY. We're going to go with them as well.
Yeah.
Okay. See how much we get.
As well. So Inflame gets scouted out. I really like AOI's Enchantress, by the way. Never mind. Wait a second. Hold that thought. Roly Bully in from Afu. They find themselves a tournament. He can doppelganger to the other side of the trees, though, and he should be okay.
Whoa, what is Inflame doing here?
I'm not sure if maybe he misclicked on the map or something, because that was a mistake. That was a bad play.
First blood did indeed happen 0 to 3 minutes.
Yes, get that prediction right. And Envy gets the kill for that as well. So great start for him. And that was a bit of a giveaway, perhaps, but...
Wow, you can still predict it, guys. If you didn't check that, you can still predict 0 to 3. The predictions end now, so that's your free point of the game.
3 points. Nice one.
That's funny. I honestly have no idea what happened to Inflame there. He just kept running in. Not sure what he was expecting there. But nice first blood for Cloud9, as you said. And it went the way of Envy, so good head start for him. He's going against Poor Man, and probably work toward a fast ring of Aquila, I would imagine, for this type of lane.
Oh, what do you make of this sentry? Is it blocking things?
It's blocking the south camp, not the north one. And AUI gets a Centaur, which is pretty decent.
That is very good, actually.
And he might smoke straight away and try to make a play top with the Sand King here.
Yeah, he's got it in his infantry already. AY, of course, used to be known for his Chen.
Yep.
And Enchantress is a surrogate Chen. He finds himself another Spirit, though. Can't really rotate from mid right now, at least not as a surprise. And we have also got a Dazzle coming to help Afu, who's able to roll back in to the help of DDC. AI is just fine in terms of health, though. He's not in any danger just yet.
Forcing 2 heroes to come his way is actually very nice for the Sand King. This gave a lot of space to MSS, and because of that, he's getting a little bit of a level and pressure advantage here in the lane. If Enchantress comes in from the right now, they could get a very good opportunity top. But instead, he's going to go mid with at least this Wild Wing Ripper. It's going to be annoying for a super. And this early stage just already looks a lot smoother for Cloud9.
Yeah, they have a solid plan about how they want to handle this.
Yeah.
And it's working out. So far, so good. Inflame is getting pressured a lot as well, bot lane.
They're winning all 3 lanes right now. Very nicely. Fatsa is actually destroying mid currently. He is forcing DP to use her salve. He's up 12-4 to 3-0 and is holding the middle lane in the river. So this is very, very different from the previous game for Super. Top lane, Enchantress going in.
Yeah, there's a stun available, but he can't really get a range of DDC. It's too speedy for him. You gotta get that angle right. Need some Clockwork, gets forced back behind the tower as well, as we have also got AY pressuring Afu. AY is putting in a lot of work. He is still level 1, but he's already been helping out mid. That tornado was massive. Helping out top, making sure that he gets chased down.
Well, Pi might be in trouble here. He wanted to deny the rune, but Clockwork has 20 more Babe's move speed.
Oh, that's a kill for Inflame indeed. Battery assault ready. In the meantime, on the top lane as well, they go in. They want to go for AY. Oh, that heal did so much damage by DDC. MSS does not have a Burrow Strike unless he eats the mango, which he might be forced to do. Nope. Doesn't get the chance for that. Double kill for top lane. For Monet, actually. So that's the core right there. And all of a sudden, 3 kills on the board for LFY across the board, across the map.
Yeah, they're using this heal bomb very nicely with the 2 melee cores running in close. And this is something it's easy to say afterwards, but this really shouldn't be happening for Cloud9 when they're playing this Enchantress Sand King lane. If they position themselves correctly and bring in the 2 Enchantress creeps first, this moment of opportunity doesn't exist. But done is done. It's a couple of nice kills for LFY. And oh, Pilot Eye's gonna get eyes on Afu here. They're just gonna force each other away, it looks like.
Yeah. That's
not really how it works. Pi is gonna force him away. So they were just running in opposite directions. That's pretty strange. Don't say stuff like that, Shiver.
Hi, it wasn't me.
This is something we've seen a lot more in this tournament, actually. Soul Ring, just as an item in general, it's getting a lot more love. This time it's going to be the Phantom Lancer of Envy picking it up.
Oh yeah.
It's been so many pickups of this Soul Ring from various roles in the game compared to the past. So
a lot of cores.
Yep.
Well, yesterday's roll in. He misses the roll.
He could kick Fata into the tower though.
Yeah. Oh, he gets a stun off. There's still also a clockwork though in Fata. He's just trying to get some damage done on Super here, and he gets the kill before he dies as well. Good on him. AOI getting chased down. Can they chase him down far enough? Nah, there's a heal coming out, and he should be okay. But I mean, that's worth it for Fata. A lot of rotations, gets the kill before he dies.
Yeah, good timing from AUI to come in from the right at that exact moment. Both teams had the same idea to target mid.
Yeah, and that's still being targeted, by the way, at least by LFY. They got Clockwork once again rotating in. I believe they know he's there. They saw him walking with that ward.
For sure. And Pai doesn't care.
No, it doesn't care.
This is really aggressive from LFY. They're basically tower diving here.
Yeah, Afu is already out. He doesn't want to be there anymore. Clockwork stuck on the cogs. Light Strike Array clips him as well. There's no way out.
This is a
mistake again.
This is straight disrespect, Cheever.
Yeah, they are a little bit cocky here, and it's
they don't care for Cloud9.
Well, they should, because they're getting punished for it.
Yep, they are. C9 have some much better movement patterns here, and their farm is also looking very good.
Yep.
Both the PL and the Lina are having good starts. Enchantress is having a good impact with the movements, and this looks to be a completely different game already at this rate.
Yeah.
LFY's lineup will not be as dominant as the last one.
Well, what do you think? Like Enchantress obviously has been rotating around a lot. At what point should she focus on herself? Because she just got level 3. A little bit behind there on the levels, I feel like, from where she could be, obviously.
She could have a bit more, but I think as long as she's at least on par with the opposing team's supports and is making comparable moves, then it's fine. For now, she's level 3, almost 4, and so are the supports on the dire side, so that's okay. I think looking for a couple of extra plays, especially around the mid area, would be very nice, and then, yeah, after that, probably take a little bit of time in the jungle on her own.
Oh, you gotta be careful. Roll missed again.
Oh, that's a double damage rune.
Yeah, it's being protected. Pilot Eye will guard it for Fata, but Afu, we just want to get it. Oh! He forces the double damage rune for Pilot Eye. He pays for that. He didn't get stunned, though. But he still dies. I mean, that...
Do you think...
That was risky.
How much... If you went to the store and you could buy a double damage rune, how much intelligence would you pay for it? What would you consider a bargain?
Oh, that was...
I think -2 is market price.
Pretty good.
And it's going to cost them a tower as well. So this definitely not worth it for the Earth Spirit to make that move.
Can they still fight afterwards?
This tower's gone. For sure. There's no way. Siege creep is there. It's going to get lanced, forced away. And last it goes to Envy. So
nice. More goal for him.
This is a really different game. Like Cloud9 they have the lineup and they have the start that they need to be able to contest LFY, and this would be such a big win for them if they can keep this up, keep this pace up. This is the kind of win that can really propel you into the tournament after you had a rough start. Beating the first place in the group would
mentally.
Be really big. Yeah, it's a big thing to win a game like this. Let's not get ahead of ourselves though. It's not
it's just 7
minutes in, but I have reason to be a little bit excited for Cloud9 because this looks
good.
This looks like a better Cloud9 that I've seen in the previous games I've cast, and I've cast 3 of their games so far. And this is definitely a smoother start with better teamwork and rotations. So looks like they're learning from their mistakes and improving as a team. Always good to see.
Yeah, with all the rotations on bot lane, MSS has been struggling a little bit. He's level 4 at the moment. He does have the wave pushing into his tower though, so that will help him out a bit, for sure. We have got Afu sitting bottom, waiting for the right opportunity. He has got Clockwork, but Clockwork is still level 5. I think he wants to have Clockwork level 6 before he does anything.
Even then, it can be dangerous. They have no kill potential on the Phantom Lancer. Oh, actually, they're just gonna go.
Oh yeah, he's gonna teleport out. That's the only way to do that. He knew he was gonna be not in a happy place.
Nice read here from Fata as well. He was going toward the Arcane Rune bottom, but he saw that the Earth Spirit was coming in, and then he didn't even try to contest, because Earth Spirit and DP were going to connect together and get that kill, more than likely.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, they're already ahead. They know they are ahead, so they can just focus on getting a bit more out of the map at this point. So they get some farm on the Enchantress. You see AY just mostly focusing on the jungle, perhaps soon rotating again out of these level 4.5. Get MSS focusing a bit more with this the waves pushing in, so they can just relax. They can chill.
Yep.
There's no pressure. Pressure is a little bit on LFY, and perhaps more specifically on Afu, who is got well, he's still pressuring bottom. He wants to pressure bottom, but he's trying to maybe soak some experience.
He's got to get out of there now.
Let's go to the store, just do some shop.
Didn't really mention before this game started, but in my mind, this guy is a top 3 player in the world on this hero.
Afu on the
some of the plays I've seen from this guy on this hero is absolutely incredible.
Alright, if you say top 3, then the other 2 are what? Baboka and Jerax?
Jerax is definitely, legacy-wise, I don't know right now if he's as good as this guy. This guy might be the best player in the hero right now, but you know, when you talk about it just historically, Jerax definitely has to be mentioned on that. And I'm not sure who the third guy would be.
NV rotated for Super. Super gets graved up for the moment. Is there a heal available though? I think he's still gone for tries to do what he can, but he didn't even get the siphon off anymore. The rest of his team is helping out though. They managed to take down Fada. Can they get more is the question. They back off. Afu, he is not able to back off. He's got a Fairy Fire and a couple of stick charges, and he is not using them at all, so he's...
he would have died anyway. There's stick plus Lance from Envy actually available. But, alright, 2 for 1.
Yeah.
Another successful move from Cloud9. They lost a little bit of gold advantage, though, over the last little bit of time here, and I think it's mainly just the top lane where Monet is gaining so much on the sand.
Yeah, at what point are we gonna see Monkey actually do monkey things?
I don't know. He's currently buying Battle Fury. Don't do this in your pubs if you're in my team, please.
They're just gonna give Odie picks what he wants. He battles Battle Fury in every melee hero he plays.
Yeah, I've seen his stream.
I
should have closed the stream when he played that, but I didn't. There's something magical about that. Something special you don't see every day.
I mean, I guess special is a word for it.
Yeah.
So what do we think about a Battle Fury Monkey King?
I can't really judge because I really don't know how this hero is played in the safe lane most of the time. It's very uncharacteristic in competitive games, so I'm not sure. I think he's getting it mainly because of the Phantom Lancer to like safeguard against him later and keep the farm up so they surely can't scale as well. Oh, MSS is in trouble here.
Yeah, he gets the stun up, the silence there as well as Afu. He can roll in if he wants to, but he is gonna let him go.
He can just stone kick him here.
Kick him.
Or roll. Yeah, that works as well. But meanwhile, the tower fell. AUI took advantage of that little bit of space that MSS gave him to get that tower. And at the same time, the Exorcism mid did not bear too much fruit. They got about half. But Cloud9 still looking very good and looking poised to go mid with this Exorcism down.
Yeah, they've been pressuring this mid tower for a little while now. It is costing Envy perhaps a little bit of farm sticking around here like that. Having a bit of a standoff.
Yep.
You think it's worth it? If they get the tower only, worth it? Or
yeah, I think having the PL and the Lina in the lane together right now, as much as they are, is not the right play. I would like to see the Lancer just play either a bit more in his jungle or around the top area, which should be the safest play now.
Yeah.
With that top tower gone, if they can get a ward into the Dire jungle, that would be a pretty safe area for him to play in. It looks like it's going to be the other way around, though. They're going to move Fata instead. And maybe try to find a pick on the Monkey King here. He's currently sitting in a tree, though. He does not see them, I think.
Correct.
So this ward will be planted successfully.
Did they see him jump? No.
No, I don't think so.
Well, he's on his way middle.
But he's spending a lot of time just hopping around here.
He wants to go for Envy.
Yep. Oh, Envy's actually going to run into him here.
The stun comes in, he jumps forward, he has got the clockwork there as well with the battery assault, the silence is on, and there is no way to hide.
Beautiful kill.
Very nice.
Taking advantage of Envy using the doppelganger previously. They know his, either they know or they're guessing that he has the skill build that he does, but this is a level 1 doppelganger, so it's really long cooldown. If that was level 4, he wouldn't have died, he would have had it again. But he went for the 4-1-3 build, which is, I think, pretty unorthodox right now.
Yep. They're diving pretty fast, or they hope that they can dive pretty fast, let's put it that way, while the tower gets taken down. But it doesn't look like Cloud9 is actively defending this.
Nope.
MSS has been quite silent as well. He almost got his blink dagger. That will cause some ripples. Hopefully for Cloud9, get some tempo going.
Yeah, tempo is a good word for what they need right now. I feel like they're slowing themselves down a little bit too much. Oh.
Hookshot on the Enchantress, but that's a tricky hero to get there as a Clockwork. He has got some help though. Super is there with the Siphon as well. He's got the magical damage going. The Global Silence comes out to try and defend AY. It is successful also with the stun there from Fata. But that was a defensive global.
Yep.
That's a costly one.
We'll see. The exorcism was used as well, so arguably there's a trade-off there that LFY can't push a tower with this one. And those two abilities more or less overlap in cooldown. Actually, Global's going to be ready before, so might be a little moment of opportunity. Envy finds the Invis rune. Just going to land us down here. Oh, they're actually going for him. Fata will get the kill though.
Whew. Yeah, he did place the sentry.
Earth Spirit is on Ench. Will kill him here.
Ooh, yeah, there's no way out for AY. Nice stun. Doesn't save Phantom Lancer anymore though, and Super chases forward for Fata. He's got a Shrine to help him out. In the meantime, the Sand King, he's got his Burrow Strike up, goes for the Monkey King. Monkey King already used his ultimate. He's got to stay in there. He's able to stay in there, but that Sand King was able to kill off the Clockwork. Super looking for more pilot die, is very far away though. Teleport in, Dazzle? Nah, he's not gonna go for that.
He might have actually reached him if he tried.
I think so, but he didn't. I don't think he realized he was that close. Overall, though, that exchange was favorable for LFY.
Yep. Got one extra kill and a lot of gold in the Earth Spirit, which is always nice. This hero actually benefits a lot from money, similar to... in some ways, the hero is similar to Sand King and Earthshaker in how it wants to play. You want to get either a utility item or a Blink Dagger, and then you want to just try to initiate and set up for your team, or wait until the fight gets put in a position where you can get a really big AoE combo. So I was expecting to see Blink Dagger from him, but looks like he's building toward a Yule first. Already committing now for the Void Stone, so will not be a Blink first item for Afu. Yule obviously has its merits when you're against Silencer. Nice way to get rid of that global, or keep yourself alive. Can counter the Sand King combo as well if he sees him. Can maybe catch off the PL. If you Yule the PL, you set up a very easy silence for yourself if you're fast enough and have the good timing. There's always plays with Yule Scepter. It's a good item in general.
Looks like Cloud9 wants to invade enemy territory.
Oh, that is a Clockwork in trouble.
A lot of trouble. There's no way for Inflame to get out of that one. And the rest of his team is not anywhere near enough to make a counterplay here. We have Afu still pushing on the bot lane, perhaps feeling a little bit more safe to take the tower. With some pressure in. There's 4 people behind this tower, and even Fata is still fairly close by. He does now teleport bottom to defend that tower.
You might be able to kill him if he lands all his spells here.
Let's see, he gets a stun up. Yeah, okay, yeah, okay, but
see ya.
Easy. That was
that's gonna be his Bloodstone. He has it in 200.
Nice. Pressure top.
Unless Monkey King kills him on the way out, though.
Oh, the stun misses. Fata in trouble. Global Silence coming out. He got the lifesteal there though, but he needs to attack. He gets the kill. MSS gets the epicenter off. He's in a lot of trouble though, Monet. Can he get that going there? He's still alive for the moment. He gets some lifesteal back, and he kills off that Sand King. I always am so amazed that a Monkey King can live through that. He was so low for the longest time, and it looks like his health doesn't even die. He basically lifestyled the same amount as he took.
Jingo Master is a pretty good ability.
Pretty strong. In the meantime, on the top lane, AUI is getting chased down. There's a Death Prophet with his ultimate on, and that was the death.
Oh, it looks like LFY are starting to do LFY things now with this spread on the map again. Like Monet is down here, reads the movement of the Lina, kills him off alone.
There's a pilot die, stuck in cogs with Inflame. Exactly where Inflame wants him. Flare there, a couple of hits needed, and that's a dead Silencer. That means across the map, everybody died apart from Envy in the last minute or so. Yeah.
It's just very coordinated, the way they're moving around. And this Monkey King play as well was really nice. Like, he jumped on the tree, Fata saw him, and then he jumped down before the stun came off on the tree, kills Fata, and then the Clockwork connected, and they got the secondary kill on the Sand King. And then clock straight onto the next play, straight onto the next play again. Just very, very efficient. And they're still keeping up on the farm while doing this.
Yeah, they caught up. The Cloud9 was a bit ahead at some point, but...
This Monkey King's so rich, wow. It's really far ahead.
With the Battle Fury!
Yep.
I'm amazed. Do not try this at home.
Exactly, I was thinking this. Like, don't...
Like, this
with
is not gonna be
all due respect to our dear viewers, you cannot play like this. You cannot do this.
Don't do that to your pubs. Don't do that to my pubs.
This requires a particular skill set
yes.
to be able to play like this. It's
and a
very impressive
scenario
so
as
far.
well, because he does build it, as you said, probably to deal with the Phantom Lancer, to be able to, just in case Cloud9 does make it to late game, they want to have something to deal with those illusions. You gotta be prepared for everything.
The weakness of this Battle Fury build-up is compared to other Monkey King builds, like sometimes you would have a bit more tankiness early on. Oh, wait a second, mid lane,
yeah,
that's a dead envy, I think.
Global Silence comes out to try and help him, his doppelganger is up, but he doesn't get it off. Nice Burrow Strike, Epicenter though up on 2, Clockwork, as well as DDC's Dazzle. Go down, Phantom Lancer. No, you got 2 in return.
Nice counterplay, and they get the tower as well.
Yeah. It's actually slightly worth it, especially with that tower helping out. You don't see that in the gold change, but it does make a difference.
So what I was getting at with this Monkey King build, just to quickly like try to summarize what makes this difficult to play, is that Monkey King as a hero depends so much on getting the Jingu Mastery stacks up. That's what makes the hero strong in fights, is that you get those stacks running. And in order to enable that, you would often see Monkey Kings go for fairly stat-heavy builds, something like Sanjin Yasha as a core or Vanguard, that type of build, so you can get Jingu up. When you go for Battle Fury, your margin for error in fights is very small, because if you get caught out, you have almost nothing defensively to fend for yourself. So he needs to play very, very cleanly in the fights. He's done so far.
He already used his stun. He's silenced up now as well. He's trying to make it out to safety. He has got some help from his teammates. Envy, Highlight Die, AY, they're all there, but they're all not able to save him. Does end up dropping. Clockwork's Flare.
Yep. Killed off by the Flare, and there goes the tower.
That's a sad way to go.
Another very quick and aggressive play from LFY, diving in between the towers there and finding the Lina. I'm gonna grab that tower as well. And now, the thing is, if Monkey King is in this position and he gets this build and it's going this well, he's actually going to get so farmed this game. Monkey King has really good damage, so this Battle Fury is going to very quickly clean up waves. He can wave clear so quickly because he, in addition to having this Battle Fury, he has 2 AoE abilities. Both the Primal Spring and the Boundless Strike will be able to clear out waves and camps quickly, so we'll see Monet get very, very farmed.
It almost feels also somewhat like it doesn't really matter.
He got pinged out. He got pinged out. I saw him jumping.
Oh, and he's actually realizing that it's too late. He's still down. Oh, the damage.
That's gonna hurt. Wait, what?
No, because it's maximum damage. It's maximum range. At some point, if you're maximum range, it stops doing that extra damage.
It didn't even hit though. Why did it not hit?
Because it's maximum range.
Well, then it does the maximum damage it can. It didn't even hit.
No, I don't think it's doing maximum damage. I think if you teleport, it just does the damage of a right click. Doesn't it?
Oh, do you think he got so far away with all those jumps that it actually, like, I'm not even sure about this.
I'm confused as well. But,
it could be. You might be right. Maybe he jumped so far away that the rules for the spell...
So speedy. Oh, this could be big.
Dead Dazzle on the menu.
Dead Dazzle on the menu. No grave available. Global Silence used as well. We also have got ourselves a dead Fada, because at the back, the rest of LFY, they came to try and avenge their Dazzle. Pilot Eye tries to run away from this one. He doesn't have any spells left available to help his team or to help his survival. Another exchange. Afu died on the other side of the fight. Very split out fight, which actually helps Cloud9 a lot, because it could have been a lot worse for either team, I guess.
Yeah, the Boundless Strike didn't hit anyone. I think he hit it in between 2 targets, else that could have been a lot better for LFY. But yeah, 2 for 2 exchange. Pretty alright overall. The main thing is still just how farmed this Monkey King is getting. The 4k difference in net worth is the Monkey King.
But Monkey King is a fairly squishy hero, right? And at the moment he's just building damage. Well, he's building BKB next, but he has damage, so the survivability for him,
this
other
BKB
than
is going
being
to be
evasive.
Problem. They can't really kill him in BKB with their current heroes. PL needs a lot of build-up time to kill heroes through that. Lina is not farmed enough The Enchantress Impetus is a chance, but the way Monkey King takes fights, he's going to pop this BKB and just start hitting heroes, and if his lifesteal procs, he's immortal.
Yeah.
Because then he can lose like 1500 health, press his first spell, the Boundless Strike, and just go back to full. So this BKB is going to be a really big item. LFY again, just showing why they're the best of the group so far. Like the moves and the decisions they're making are just really high class. Especially that bottom tower kill they got after diving Fata the way they did. Just reading the movements on the map very well. Just playing with really high confidence. Mid lane, Afu's gonna go in.
Yeah, this Sand King is having a rough time. He gets the Force Staff up, and he's silenced up. He's trying to get out, he's trying to run. In the meantime, the hookshot hit upon Fata. Fata also trying to escape.
Oh, nice stun.
His Sand King buddy is not able to make it out, but at least Fata, no, he gets used. Sun misses, super in the base, he denies himself.
Wait, what broke the tree of Monet? He jumped on a tree and then he got stunned.
Maybe his teammate?
Yeah, it could have been. I'm not sure what did it. I thought it was Fata's stun, that's why I was like, wow, what a nice stun.
Did Afu boulder over it?
It could be. Maybe that's what happened.
The rest of Cloud9, by the way, decided not to come. We've got a pushing Phantom Lancer Envy on top, and Bailadai was pushing bottom. Oh, hello. Monet finds Envy. Let's see if that Battle Fury works. Oh. The Bailadai, it hits! It hits! Can he stop him from teleporting out? Does he do enough damage? One more hit! Oh, that was so close!
He did so much damage, this monkey.
And that range is always such crazy.
This is really fascinating for me to watch because I haven't seen a Monkey King like this before.
I don't think anybody has. I don't think anybody wants to, but yeah.
And there's a couple of players in Heimemar pub games that also play core Monkey King, but I just haven't seen it with this effect and this kind of build and playstyle. And then you transfer that into a competitive environment, and it's just a totally different story.
Yeah.
It's just very nice to see.
Well, surgically, LFY is removing all towers from the map. They got the towers mid, they go to top.
Yep. So we were saying early on, giving Cloud9 props on their early movements and saying that they had a good shot at this game, and it was nice to see that they had solved some of their, or learned from some of their mistakes.
You're talking in past tense.
Yeah, because we'll wait and see bottom here.
Oh yeah, the Burrow Strike, Death Prophet, super.
This is
Global Silence, a defensive one again. Is it defensive and successful is a question. Jules is still there, so Fata cannot escape. Stunned up, and there's no way. And this time he cannot suicide.
MSS will probably get out of this one alive, actually.
They know where he is, so he used the flare to see him. He's got the force available.
Oh, if Afu reads this one now.
Maybe, probably.
Wow.
He does.
All right, get out of here.
So that's a defensive global silence that didn't even ended up being
It didn't
successful.
save anyone.
Yeah. Meantime, top lane, there was still some pushing happening. Monet uses BKB. He actually got fairly low there as well, but he still has the Aegis as well. Chasing up Paladai. Paladai turns around for a curse. Diving ends here. As Monet props his ultimate so that Super can go for the tower. And Envy cannot chase. So this is just Monet just sitting there. Helps against the Lucius as well.
Yep.
Cute little play. Looks like Cloud9 might chase this. Nah, they're not.
Yeah, they're gonna disengage you. So what I was getting at before was that Cloud9 did very well in the early phases, and again, it's like a similar pattern where the movements of LFY are just better coordinated and they're successful. And Cloud9, they've had a couple of really nice counterplays and like trades early on, but overall the economy of the game, the efficiency of their movements is just not, it just doesn't compare. Like this Monkey King is so farmed because he's just being very effective with how he's moving around. He's farming at the right times, he's moving toward kills at the exact correct moments. And in comparison, we had moments previously where, for example, the PL and the Lina were in the mid lane together for almost a minute, and it just slows down their progression in the game a lot, where LFY are just way more efficient. Cloud9, this will be a good set of replays to watch to learn something about themselves and their gameplay so far, where LFY just, if they can take something away from this set, that could be very helpful moving onward. So whether they win or lose this game, by the way.
Yeah.
Even if they manage to come back into this game, it's looking really grim right now.
Yes.
And this is a position they could have avoided being in with some better moves.
So you remember when you said that LFY looked this good in a previous LAN as well, and then at some point they just got figured out and basically owned. What is there to figure out about this team? Because it feels like it's not like they do this with any hero. If they play like this with any hero, it doesn't really matter because they just seem to know their exact limits. for everything they do.
I think right now, if you're planning to counter this team, you don't look so much at the draft, but more at the playstyle. It's got to be about how they ward and move around on the map and set up these skirmishes where they are successful, and have the right numbers.
But how do you deal with that?
You look at their replays, you look at their plays, and then you try to either bait them and set up team fights that they think are good for them, and then it turn out to be baits, or you make moves yourself of that type.
Global silence coming out. It is not saving anybody just yet. It's just actually it is making sure that LFY backs off, but it's another defensive global, and they didn't even catch in flame, which what's what they were trying to do. Aegis gets taken back, so at least Cloud9 doesn't have to worry about that anymore. It's a scary team to face, and it's a scary time for Cloud9 as well. They do try to continuously have those lanes pushed out so that they.
Oh, Envy's in trouble here.
Yeah, he thought.
Oh, they mistimed a little bit.
Mistimed the silence.
Mistimed again.
Doesn't matter. There's still the Boundless Strike. Light Strike Array coming out. Envy going for the right click. Doesn't matter though. Monet's Wicked Sick gets a kill on the Sand King as well. That's a double already. Fada having to run away. Gets a stun up on Super, but the chase is on. Afu misses the boulder. AY gets the heal off, so he should be okay, depending on what Monet is planning right here. Is jumping forward, he's looking for the right time to go in and help his team. AY, oh, those spirits, they just get him. They just kill him off. And Monet didn't actually decide to jump down. He was waiting, maybe Cloud9 came close enough, maybe Fada came close enough, but...
He may have had cooldown on Primal Spring, actually. He was in the tree with his tree dance, and then he jumped from tree to tree, instead of jumping down, so... Could be.
Well, he wasn't needed for the kill on the Enchanters in the end, and Paladai and Fada stayed far enough away to be safe.
Something that seems to be the case with this LFY team is they play with extreme confidence in their moves. There's like no second thoughts in what they're doing. So you need to be as confident as them as when you go in and just commit for what you're doing. And Cloud9 seem to not be on the same page or completely sure what they're doing in a lot of the moves. Oh man, this damage going on.
Yeah, this is not going great for Cloud9. Can they force back LFY out of their base? They need to put everything in there if they want to have a shot, but they can't because the Sand King's already dead, and even if he was alive, there's no epicenter anymore because he already used it. Tried using it, Fada comes in a bit too close, and there was a tree. There was a monkey.
Oh my god, this Monkey King's hitting so damn hard.
he's just able to dominate. This Monkey King is not died. He's 10-0, 6 GG's. Call LFY. I mean, 10-0 and 6 on the Monkey King in terms of kills. It is also 10 wins.
4 correct predictions. Yeah.
Yes. Got him. But it's 10 wins for LFY. They're still on top of the group, and they're the only undefeated team. And you already mentioned that perhaps they haven't faced the top ones of their group just yet, but it's looking already as a very impressive record.
They are so good. This team is so good. And when you play like this in the groups, this doesn't, like, the thing about this format is that this obviously doesn't secure you a very high placement in the tournament, but I just think when you see how this team is playing and how flexible they are in picks, and it's just about like team cohesion and very good understanding of how to make moves and play together as a unit, those are the absolute hardest skills to have as a team, is this stuff. And when you master that and you feel like you can pick anything, then you have a team like Wings at TI6. So I'm seeing a lot of Wings in this team, how it's playing right now. That does not mean that they will go on to win the whole thing or even place top 3, but if they play like this and the other teams play as they have so far, this is one of the favorites for sure. Like, they are really damn good right now, LFY. So, impressive, all I can say. Looking very, very sharp. And this is a team I'm going to have to watch for the rest of this tournament, how they're going to do it. That is...
Yeah, and I mean, Cloud9, sure, they have not got a great record. They are now 1-7.
7, yeah.
But I think losing against LFY, you know, there's no shame in that at this point.
No, this is their smallest loss.
Yes.
The reason this game is important is that I think when you're playing against... It's the similar thing when you're playing scrims. When you're playing against, arguably in this group, at least right now, the best of the best, that's where you can learn the most. Because they punish you the hardest for your mistakes, and they make the best moves. And that makes the replay, it makes it very apparent what you're doing wrong. If you look at the right things, you're going to see exactly what it is you need to work on. So it's good footage for them to have a look at.
Oh, and they got time to do that, as this was their last game of the day. This was our last game of the day on this specific stream as well. There are still more games going on, though. You can check out the main stream, which is Dota 2 TI.